Hello, welcome to day 86. We're approaching day 100 soon. We're also approaching US elections soon. We're also approaching being rich soon, hopefully. I don't know. We do have a bit of a dip for Bitcoin today. Did I stream yesterday? I think I did. Yeah, I totally did. So we were doing pretty well at 72,000 approximately. We had a nice dip that hit my stop loss, unfortunately. And we did dip below 70,000 just for a little bit, but we've recovered from that. It seems like our support level at this moment is 70,000. Yes, Bradley, I know. I was preparing stuff for the stream because we got a lot to talk about. Even if it was just one day of a difference, there's a lot of news to cover, so I'll get to that soon. Cool, I lost. Not much to talk about there. I followed my strategy. It's alright. $70,253 for Bitcoin. We did break our downtrend over here, so I'm removing that forever. We are maintaining this uptrend. This is nothing but a correction with 70,000 psychological level as a support. It's a good thing. We'll be fine. Would I buy this dip? Probably not. And I probably should, because I don't know if we'll dip even further. I doubt we will dip even further. Maybe if Kamala Harris wins, we will. But we still have a longer uptrend that prevails. So if we do dip, I mean, we could still see around the 60,000 mark. It can be that bad depending on whatever happens. There's still possible war tensions that I'll talk about soon. Kamala Harris possibly winning. A lot of election fraud going on in the the voting early. We'll talk about all that very soon. Yeah, for now, I mean, the uptrend still prevails. It's all good. Super trend is still bullish. It's keeping its support at 68,800, almost 69,000. That's fine as well. We could not break the all-time high level. Fair enough. It's been months since we've seen these levels now, since March. Last time we saw this 73,000. And I mean, there's been some changes, of course, to the US dollar as well. If you're looking at like the Canadian dollar, Bitcoin with Canadian dollar, let me see if I can find that actually. It will show that we did hit an all-time high because Canadian dollar is terrible. BTC CAD or something. Yeah, sure, on Kraken. Let me go to a weekly chart. Yeah, weekly chart, you see March was our original all-time high, and because the Canadian dollar is so weak now, Bitcoin, of course, took more advantage of that in like the Canadian dollar, and it reached 102,000. Its previous high was 99,000. It didn't hit 100,000. I swear it did. Whatever. This is based off of Kraken, so the numbers might be slightly different. Kraken exchange, but yeah, the idea is the same, right? Fair enough. If you compare this to like the US, you see March was the all-time high, and we didn't reach that level yet. US dollar, I think, is the dollar that most people operate. When we talk Bitcoin, we always talk Bitcoin and USD Tether. You can pretty much confirm this by checking coin market cap. What's the top stable coin? It's USD Tether at number 3 all the time, pretty much. So there you have it. USDC is literally right after that. There's another stable coin over here. Before we see like any other stable coin, it's mainly US stable coins. It should tell you something how important the US dollar is when we're comparing it to Bitcoin, right? It's always Bitcoin against the US dollar. Cool. So that stays there. We're down 2.80%. Ethereum, the altcoins are down a lot harder than Bitcoin is. Bitcoin has already recovered. Altcoins, not so much. Some strange things happening with this chart that I have. I am looking for the uptrend. I think I'm going to have to redraw this Fibonacci line because I don't like it. I'm going to put it over here just to see if this makes more sense, and it does. Okay, see, now we have this level right over here as our support. Let me just adjust that. So we're at 2,529. Down 5.07% for Ethereum. This is a pretty good buy. I should DCA on my main. I'm going to DCA on this account. I have not done that in a while. Oh yeah, this thing just resizes itself for no reason. So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to DCA into here. I feel like it. Let's put 500, 3x leverage whenever I DCA. I like to play it safe. That way, I'm less likely to get my position liquidated. Ethereum would have to drop to 2,000. No, that's a lie. Ethereum would have to drop to... Oh, I'm at cross margin. It doesn't matter. Never mind. I'm used to isolated margin account mode. It basically means like each position, it's all dependent on whatever the leverage you're using. You will have a liquidation price for each position. If you're using cross margin, it consolidates all of your positions together based off of the available margin that you have. If you have enough margin, you won't get liquidated. Like Ethereum would have to reach 0 for you to lose your... it says 500, but it would technically be 1,500 because that's the total position size. And you have more than $1,500. You have 11,300, so it should cover for that in the event where it drops. Matter of fact, I'm feeling spicy and I want to put more. I feel like Ethereum is too... Whoops. It's being punished too hard. It's still a good project. It's still number 2, the top second cryptocurrency. And not just because of that. I mean, it's a very OG coin as well. Very trusted. Of course, it has its competitors, a lot of other... alternatives that are better, that are faster, that are less costly, but still Ethereum is Ethereum. A lot has been built on it. A lot of things run on it. A lot of other projects. It's still very popular. It has an ETF. I don't think Grayscale will sell forever. I haven't checked, honestly, but we'll check soon. And yeah, those are my honest thoughts on Ethereum. So we'll keep it at that. I'm just putting these over here at the fib levels. What did we have the next one? 238,681. Is that actually their lowest? Oh, it's not our lowest. Okay, we're safe. Oh, we've got a lot. Yeah, I'll go until here. That's if this uptrend does get broken. We would have to get that. So I don't think it will drop further than that, my personal opinion. Put another 500 on that. I do kind of want to do the same thing with Bitcoin. Because I have this fib drawn, but at like more of a longer term scale. And I don't want to ruin this drawing, so I'm just going to use the charts from here based off of the lowest point to our current high. I mean, that's, what is this, 50? No, it's 48,000. I don't want to go that far back. We'll go from here, this 59,000. I don't think we'll dip further than that anymore. Especially with a Trump victory, we should skyrocket from here. Why did you do that? Okay. So something like this is what I would expect. First buy would be literally right now, according to this. I'm actually just going to be more specific with this. 70,194.40 is what I would put for this. Because I need to get some positions going, honestly. My money is just dead over here. I do have some positions here that are... Why did I do this? Oh, I did this like systematically, like 64,500, 63,500, 62, etc., 61, 60, 50, all the way down. I don't think these will hit. I'll keep them there anyway, but I don't think they're going to hit. I will put the trigger price to, what did I just say? 70, 194.40. 194.40. Dropping, we'll take it slow with 300. Not 5x, 3x. No stop loss. Because we don't need one. This is just DCA. We're holding this long term. Not that long term, but you know what I mean. That is not the next level. The next level I'm looking for is 68,038 compared to 68,500. So 68,038 point. I'll put the decimals in there too. 34. Just so that I know why I put it there. I'll understand it's because of the fifth level. And I'll leave it at 500. Likely to hit that if we do take a dip. Should be fine. Let me just confirm I'm doing everything properly because I don't want to mistakenly put something else in there. This fib that I have drawn here, I think it's fine for like the longer term that we do have. Or maybe it's no longer relevant. I'll delete it. I'll delete it for now. And you know what? These are annoying. I'll put these back if we ever do need to do this. It's just annoying at this moment, and I feel like I could do this in a more tactical way rather than just arbitrary numbers or a perfect sequence of numbers, if you know what I'm saying. I'll just redraw the Fibonacci here from this level to our current all-time high, just to see, since we are currently correcting downwards, where could we see a bounce is the idea of this. So where we're currently seeing one is at the 70,000 mark. That's where we have that, and I put the trigger order there, which might execute very soon. The next one is right below over here. It's outside of the uptrend, so if it does continue going downwards, we're going to need another one, which is at this line that I have at the 66,000 mark. I'll put another order there where the line is 66,295.77, $500. Let's do that. And from there, I doubt we'll dip that further down. But if we do, I mean, we still have an entry here and entry here below the psychological level of 65,000, using that as another support. If we do drop further, I don't think we will, honestly. We will continue going upwards. Solana's down almost 4% today, $168.65. It's still pretty high. I'd like to buy Solana under 130. So right now, no. Let's hope some catastrophe happens. Sui is down 4.48%, and it's $1.98. It was at the $2 mark. Oh, $2.11 was the highest over here. Was it? $2.13, yeah. That's where we had this support. We did have some dipping today. I did adjust some of my positions on my main account, but overall I'm still fine. And yeah, $2 upwards. We're still uptrend. Should be fine for Sui. That's all we have for these cryptocurrencies. Let's go to the news. Here's the main headlines that we're going to be talking about. Some of it, not all of it. Bitcoin dipping below 70,000. It's recovered from there. Immutable replies to SEC Wells notice. I don't know what that's about. Bitcoin ETF volume hits $3.17 billion. We'll be checking the ETF flows soon. Matter of fact, I'm just going to open it right now. This one. What is this? 23 billion total inflows. Grayscale had a... No, not Grayscale. This is not Grayscale. These are multiple ETFs giving outflows. That's another reason why we possibly dropped today. All these outflows from the ETFs. 75 million, 74 million, 94 million, 31 million from Grayscale. Thanks, Grayscale. We're a total of 272 million outflow today. I don't think BlackRock bought too much to compensate for the amount of selling that was done, but they did buy quite a fair bit yesterday. The day before, I did cover that 800 million from BlackRock alone. Pretty significant. Let's look at Ethereum. Get out of here. Hardly any inflows. More outflows than inflows, it seems like. In total, yeah, we have like a total from the ETFs. It's mainly just been outflows, not as much inflows. Okay, cool. Well, there you have it. I think Ethereum is still oversold, has a chance to come back. That's why I bothered DCAing into that today, and we'll see how it continues. Moving on. Vanek invests in Web3 gaming. October is the third best month for Bitcoin this year so far. Today's October 31st. Today, the monthly candle will close likely in the green if I check the monthly chart. I never check monthly charts, but let me see if I can. 1 month. Yeah, so this is this current candle. Wait, what? It's thinking we're in the 1st of November already. Okay, well, 11% candle close for the month of October. Approximately. I don't know why this is like one whole day off. I think that's because it's using Singapore time or something. The BingX thing. You know what? I'm just going to go BTC USD. Give me like Binance or something and see. Okay, it's also showing that. Well, there you have it. 10-11% close for this month. Not too bad. That's pretty good, actually. What is this? Oh, I had a different setup with this before. Whatever, we don't need it. Did it save monthly? Don't save monthly. Get out of here. It's okay. Well, I guess that's a permanent part of my chart thing. I don't mind. Let's go back to 4 hours. Go back to this one. Okay, we're good. So October was indeed great. 11%. BitGet wallet hit 6 million users in 3 days on Telegram. I don't know what that's about. Bitcoin I know is another exchange, but what does it have to do with Telegram? Anyway, Trump celebrates Bitcoin's 16th anniversary. Today is 16th anniversary of Bitcoin, 16 years since Bitcoin was created. It's been 2009 when it was created. Crypto.com acquires Watchdog Capital. Don't know what that's about. Crypto.com, of course, is another exchange. I do use it. It's really great. Thumbs up. I don't know what Watchdog Capital is. What is that? Watchdog Capital. Better not be some... What is this? LLC. U.S. Securities Exchange Commission registered broker-dealer. Okay. Acquisition of SEC registered. Okay, that's cool. So they've acquired another broker under their company. Decent. Bitcoin clears $500 million in open interest. Nice. And Florida State Chief Financial Officer backs Bitcoin. It's true. He said that there's not enough Bitcoin that, like, why aren't we buying Bitcoin? It could solve the debt, the US debt. Same thing that Trump said almost. So good stuff overall. Let's talk about the elections stuff. Possible frauds going on. There's a lot to talk about in this sector. So 52 million people so far have already voted. Nationwide, there's 41% Democrats, 40% Republicans. That's hard to believe, in my opinion. Because I'll show you why. In several states, their early voting shows Trump leading in a lot of them. Of course, the population also matters in this case. So just because more land mass is red doesn't mean that more people are voting red. It's because there's a high concentration of people in the bluer states as well, like New York, like California, etc. So that could be one of the things. However, sorry, I have to cover this first. Today's Halloween, October 31st. Woohoo, there's Trump and Melania giving out candy. Let's see what Joe Biden's doing. Oh, he's eating babies for whatever reason. And then his wife dresses up as a panda, which I don't know. People are going into this conspiracy theory territory saying that, oh, panda eyes, like it's a sign of like abuse and pedophilia and child trafficking or whatever. If you don't know what panda eyes means, is what these guys are saying. I can't read that. Yeah, it has to do with abusing children and stuff like that. I don't want to scroll too far down because I don't know what these replies consist of. But yeah, you get the idea. They're just subliminally showing this to the people and kind of mocking us about it. I feel like, at least. This is awesome, not awesome. The Michigan Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benton, admits there's a nationwide issue with the voting machines, Dominion voting machines. Like they're admitting it. There's a problem with the voting machines. What are we talking about? So here's what's happening. There's multiple voting precincts all over America are trying to cheat by making Republican votes not count. They're intentionally spelling Trump's name as Triumph in some places and Trum.p in other places. So that way, like, I don't know if it's like a scanner or something that detects the words. It'll say, hey, that's not Trump's name. That's Trump.Trum.p. That's not how you spell Trump. We're not going to count this vote. Like, come on, really? Is that what they're doing now? So yeah, they're asking people to check the ballots. You can see right here, right? Donald J. Triumph. I don't think the machines are going to count that. That's why people are really wanting to go back to paper ballots or something. But even then, it's like, you can see it here. Apparently, though, this one got hit with a community note, right? Saying that the name is spelled incorrectly and it might be flagged as an error by the voting machines. The Democrats seem to be using every trick in the book to influence this election, with mainstream media working to cover for them as well. The community note on this says, if you zoom in on the alleged mistake, you see that the original intact M has been whitened out. So it's not Trum.p, but it looks like a dot. I don't know if I could zoom in further. Oh my god, it's ultra zoomed in now. I hope you can see this for sure. Donald J. like the M is supposed to continue here, but just this space of the M has been whited out, and it just looks like a period. But I don't know if the voting machines are going to detect that or not. So sketchy stuff going on, right? And yeah, there's a Donald J. Triumph. Some other places, like you go to vote and you see the list of people, right? Donald Trump's name isn't on this. Like you have to click on the scroll down for more to see the option to vote for Trump. And of course, who's the first on the list? Kamala Harris. So anybody with a brain rot will go, oh, I'll just click the first person on the list. And they'll, if they're undecided or whatever, they don't know what they're doing, they'll just vote Kamala Harris, first person on the list, and move on. And Trump's name isn't even on here. Like, what? You have to click on scroll down for more so that you know for sure that you really want to vote for Donald Trump. And then you can click on the continue button. It's very sketchy stuff. Very sketchy. Here's more. Like, in Kentucky, there's people trying to select Donald J. Trump. You see this person like clicking Donald Trump's name multiple times, and it just selects Kamala Harris's name. Like after multiple tries, it just auto selects Kamala Harris. Like, oh gosh, this is just really bad. And yeah, people really want paper ballots at this point. It's not just in Kentucky. This is also in Arkansas. You see here, like they're trying to click Donald Trump, and it just clicks Kamala Harris for whatever reason, even though they're clicking Donald Trump. And this isn't like fake or anything. This has been confirmed, right? The Kentucky County Clerk did confirm that, yeah, there is a glitch that shifted the Trump votes to Kamala. So I don't know if you're somebody who can't see the screens very well or something. You see, okay, I see Donald Trump's on the list. Sure, I'll click Donald Trump and to next. But if this glitch happens, like it's selecting Kamala Harris when you're clicking Donald Trump, and then you click on next and you continue your vote, it's so sketchy. This is, yeah, unacceptable. Here's worse stuff. There's a Democrat operative and ballot stuffer who got fired from her government job. Rigging the votes, of course. There's also another video of some other guy. Apparently it was legit though, like some mailman putting the paper ballot votes in a huge stack of those, putting them in, and people were getting sketched out by that, like, oh, do we know who this guy really is? Anyways, yeah, I mean, firing people for doing this kind of crime, they should be put in jail. And Donald Trump also mentioned this. You can probably see it's not here anymore. It was trending, like the word cheating. He said he's going to put people who are cheating in this election in jail, which I feel like you should. You're cheating on an election. That's not something you should do. And people are getting caught, literally getting caught. This time people are paying attention, so that's good. Pennsylvania, swing state. Voters are being told to just fill out the registrations and ballots, hand it to the election workers, and they'll put it in the machine later. No, that's not how it works. Yeah, they're interfering in the election, and Trump called them out. Eric Trump reposted this, that we have eyes everywhere and individuals will be prosecuted. Trump said that we caught them cheating big in Pennsylvania. Must announce a prosecute now. This is a criminal violation of the law. Stop voter fraud. Check out Kamala's new sleazebag lawyer. We are on them all this time. Who would ever thought that our country is so corrupt? Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. And just further incompetence. This Democrat Colorado Secretary of State Jenna Griswold accidentally leaks a spreadsheet with voting system passwords. There you go. You could just hack into it. You know what? I'll do you guys a favor. There's the passwords. Enjoy. That's all. And it gets pretty wild too. It was not only this story. I'll tell you guys a story before I talk about what you're seeing on screen. There was a lady who was wearing a MAGA hat going into vote, and the people working there were saying, hey, you can't be wearing that stuff before you enter the building. You're gonna have to take off the MAGA hat. And yeah, like, of course, people were upset about that. Here's another one with, I think this one's a little bit more harsh. A man was told to remove his Let's Go Brandon hat by poll workers before voting. And it got into a bit of a fight over here. You see, why is her shoe off? Anyways, if you don't know what this Let's Go Brandon meme is, it kind of sounds like F Joe Biden, and it's something that the people were chanting at one point during one of the rallies, confusing it with Let's Go Brandon. Or I think it was like some manipulated footage to make it sound different. I don't know. It was something like that, but that's the meme. Trying to say F Joe Biden. So yeah, cool. Obviously a Trump voter. Nice. We got an endorsement from LeBron James to Kamala Harris. He says the choice is clear. Vote for Kamala. He officially threw his weight behind Kamala Harris, urging his followers to vote in the next week's election. He came out with this video of like, oh, Trump is a racist. Of course he's not. And a lot of clips taken out of context to make it seem like he's racist. The video montage spotlighted civil rights and recent protests. LeBron framed his support as deeply personal. When I think about my kids and my family, the choice is clear. Vote Kamala Harris. Isn't Kamala Harris pro-abortion? She doesn't want you guys to have kids or whatever. Trump, on the other hand, wants you guys to have kids. He's even making IVF free. Well, the insurance companies would be covering for it, or the government, right? They'll pay for your IVF. And he took a quote called "Hate takes us back" to finalize his decision, right? Don't forget, this is LeBron James, also a big P. Diddy. We already know why he endorsed, right? Everybody who's on that P. Diddy list is endorsing Kamala Harris. What are they hiding, huh? Here's a genuine endorsement, a whole 18-minute long video of Jake Paul endorsing Donald Trump and why. And I haven't watched it myself personally. I will though, I promise. But hey, like something as detailed as this, sure, that's great. We already know his brother Logan Paul for sure is endorsing Donald Trump. And I think I saw this one coming as well because they did a podcast on Logan Paul's. Trump did a podcast on Logan Paul's platform podcast, whatever it was called. What is it called? I'm having a Joe Biden moment. Whatever. I'm still trying to think. What is it called? Whatever. Doesn't matter. His podcast doesn't matter. But yeah, there's an endorsement for him, and this is also just so cool. The aura on this. Trump walking out to a New Mexico rally with the Undertaker theme song with his black and gold MAGA hat that Elon Musk was wearing during the Butler rally, Butler, Pennsylvania, the second one. So, I mean, yeah, this is just so cool. Like, you have to hear this with music, the actual video. It's just so cool. Donald Trump is also pledging to parents who homeschool their kids that he will eliminate taxes on up to $10,000 a year per child on all costs associated with their children's education. Great tax cut. He will also work to ensure that every homeschool family is entitled to full access to the benefits available to non-homeschool students, including participating athletic programs, clubs, after-school activities, educational trips, and more. That's great. He's actually encouraging homeschooling, which is great because what are they teaching in public schools? It's all just a bunch of woke stuff. We'll get into the woke stuff later. Not only getting an economic boom, but we'll also get an educational renaissance due to parents taking back their kids' education from Uncle Sam. If any of your family or friends are homeschooling their kids, please send them this video. Okay, no, don't do that. But I was just reading the tweet. But yeah, this is, of course, breaking that kind of slave-like tradition of everybody needs to go to school and la la la, and homeschooling is kind of unpopular. Well, this will make it more popular for people who can get homeschooled, I guess. There's the option, and it will be a better option, possibly. Trump is also suing CBS News for $10 billion, alleging the deceptive doctoring of Harris's 60 Minutes interview, which I shared this thing a couple of maybe weeks ago or days ago, where he did say that he will likely sue them for that, and there you go, he's officially done it. So yeah, he's really tightening, he's sticking to his word, I guess, right? He also mentioned that thing about the election fraud, that those people should be jailed, people who cheat on the elections. Looks like he's going to take that very seriously as well, if he was able to go through with something like this, just that 60 Minutes interview where Kamala Harris gave some random answer, like a very unprofessional word salad, to one of the answers about Israel and Netanyahu or something like that. They posted that video, which was okay, right? The 60 Minutes interview. And then they took it down, and then they re-uploaded it editing out that part where Kamala Harris was clearly in a very weak moment while answering the question and replaced her answer with a more assertive answer that still didn't answer the question. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, he's suing them for that. Good job, Donald. Uh, Also, Kamala Harris is always pushing this thing like, oh, Donald Trump doesn't care about the middle class. I do. Donald Trump only cares about him and his billionaire friends. Well, Kamala Harris has more billionaires prominently backing her than Trump does. Trump only has maybe Bezos and Elon Musk, and of course a lot of other normal people, I would say. But then you got all these celebrities and other billionaires, Mark Cuban, whatever, backing Kamala Harris at this point of the election. So there you go. I mean, there's also multi-billion-dollar companies as well, like Google, Meta at one point, I think. I don't know if Mark Zuckerberg is pro Kamala anymore. Pretty sure he's more pro Trump now, but not confirmed. Here's a wonderful birthday wish from Donald Trump to the Bitcoin Satoshi white paper. He would like to wish the great Bitcoiners a happy 16th anniversary of Satoshi's white paper. We will end Kamala's war on crypto, and Bitcoin will be made in the USA. Vote Trump. Appealing to the crypto bros, which is great. Of course, people are asking maybe, oh, what is Kamala's war on crypto? Well, she's going to promote Gary Gensler and also tax unrealized gains. That is no bueno. Like, come on. So yeah, Trump victory will he will promise to end Kamala's war on crypto, and yeah, good stuff. JP Morgan, don't forget, they said this as well, and I mentioned this I think yesterday. A Trump win will boost Bitcoin's price likely to like 80,000, I would say. If Trump wins, we're currently 70,000 approximately. We're gonna go to 80,000 quite soon if Trump wins, and it's not too far off either. Like, I definitely see this happening in like 1 week time. This can go up. It's just 8%. That's absolutely possible. In a couple days we can get there, maybe even 1 day if Trump wins. Something as big as a Trump victory, yeah, for sure. I see that happening. But if Kamala wins, maybe we'll just have a little dip. But it'll still go up in the long run, but it won't go up as much. So vote Trump, my opinion. Not financial advice, not political advice. Google searches for Bitcoin spiked as the price broke above 70,000 this week. Retail interest is coming back. I'm doing a thumbs up at nothing. You see this blip over here in the Google Trends. Yeah, it's coming back. Retail investors always do this. Once Bitcoin hits all-time high levels, you see this spike right over here. This is, I'm assuming, March of this year when Bitcoin was at its previous all-time high level. It spiked up right there. It spiked up over here again. I'm assuming in July when this was that Bitcoin conference that even Donald Trump attended, right, to give a speech there. Some retail interest peaked over there. It kind of died down in these past couple of months. October did its thing, and we're seeing that spike up in interest again because Bitcoin is at 70,000, and when the price is high, that's when retail interest comes in and they buy at high levels at this time. Like, oh, Bitcoin's going to the moon, I'm just going to buy. And then, I don't know, maybe things don't turn out the way that they expect. And you get this kind of thing happening over here where the price drops and they lose interest. They sell and they lose their money. Sell, buy high, sell low kind of deal. Yeah, that's why you got to outsmart those people because they lose 80% of the time. Only the smart people, diamond hands, people who hold institutional investors, the smart money, they're the ones that make the money, right? Make profits. So yeah, you got to learn from mistakes as well, because I also commit them. I'm not perfect, but it's okay. Trump will end this also on day one. Here's the big possible war news. Iran is reportedly preparing a major retaliatory strike from Iraq against Israel within the next few days, per Axios. Yeah, so Middle East tensions could come back up again. I think Trump will end this if he does get elected, but if Kamala Harris gets elected, these wars will continue. Russia-Ukraine war will continue. Iran-Israel war will continue. And possibly China-Taiwan now. Because I think China is getting quite prepared. North Korea, of course, is getting involved. They've already sent their troops to Ukraine to help Russia fight. And yeah. This is a stock market, by the way. Happy Halloween. Everything is in the red, and $953 billion was wiped out from the US stock market today. Cool. Germany is kind of helping Israel at this point. They're ordering the shutdown of all Iranian consulates in their country because, of course, they're not happy that these Middle Eastern tensions are still going on, and they're blaming Iran, which, fair enough, it is likely Iran, the one that's funding all this terrorism at this point. So there you go. Even Putin, he's being smart. I'm sure he's hoping for Trump to win, even though he jokingly endorsed Kamala Harris at one point. But he's still, preparing in the event of election fraud or a Kamala Harris win. That, he's warning. Okay, no. The European Union is warning its citizens to stockpile food and supplies in case of a war with Russia. So it's likely going to be the European Union against Russia. So it's the European Union, sorry, not Putin, that is preparing for a Kamala Harris victory. They know that these wars will continue as well. So they're letting you guys know. Have a minimum of 72 hours worth of food, self-sufficient, be self-sufficient in the event of an emergency. Foreshadowing. They know something. If Kamala Harris wins, war. If Trump wins, peace. That's what I'm pretty sure the whole world is seeing at this point. But Trump is acting like he's already in office kind of deal. He's telling Netanyahu, hey man, I'm about to get elected here. So you have until January to end this little war you got going on. I guess it would depend on what Iran does at this point. Israel did their little retaliatory strike, which was fine. I think they should just leave it at that. Stop fighting. You guys already slapped each other, and that's enough. But they always want more. Like, it's just a constant, endless cycle of them just sending missiles to each other until missiles become nukes, and then it'll get more destructive from there. You know what else is destructive? The people of Toronto. Hotel prices are almost 9 times the normal price during Taylor Swift's Toronto show nights, with rooms that typically cost $240 a night now charging over $2,000. Taylor Swift is coming to Toronto. I see her ads everywhere for whatever reason. Not interested in going. Next question. Intel will be laying off another 16,500 employees after laying off 19,000 employees just a few weeks ago to save money. I know I'm talking about stocks when I should be talking about crypto, but this is kind of important regardless because it's Intel. It's a tech company. And it's possibly a good buy. Or a bad buy. They just had their earnings too. Okay, cool. But they did suffer a massive drop, and that's what caught everyone's attention. It was really bad earnings. It hit a low that you haven't seen since like how many years ago? Where's the current price? $21. You haven't seen these levels since like 2015, right? So almost 10 years ago. And yeah, the company is not doing as great. But well, they just had their earnings. They're also cutting their employees again, which it's bad for the employees, possibly good for the stock itself because they spend less money on their employees, right? More money to put towards the actual company to benefit it and help it grow in the long run. So I think from here, Intel has a chance to continue growing. It's not all over. The downtrend, I think, is broken. We do see some green flips over here. This one's about to be broken, I'm assuming, by tomorrow. When did the earnings come out? Literally just the close of this market. So by tomorrow morning, pre-market of Intel should open, hopefully at least, a little bit higher. It did close the day at quite a dip. It still has bad earnings, but I'm sure the projections for what's coming up soon, based off of what we see over here as well, save money, will be a good thing. So there you have it. That's what was announced from Intel. Let's move on here. Canada news. Alberta is introducing bills that affects transgender people and pronouns at school. They're banning the woke stuff. Finally. They're also blocking trans athletes from female competitions, but can't say how many will be impacted. We also know that Georgia is anti-LGBT. They're Georgians were the toughest and coolest guys in the Soviet Union, true lads, true men, and now they are trying to impose LGBT on them. So they did ban like a lot of LGBT stuff as well. Last bit of news that I have is Binance founder CZ. He's just commentating how he was doing in prison. People are noticing how ripped he is now. Apparently, he could do like so many push-ups per day, like 100 or something. Or I think it was 300 push-ups per day. I don't remember. He just had his first interview after coming out of prison, and he also mentioned that like even the prison guards were asking him like, "Yo, what crypto should I buy?" That's pretty funny. That's all. That's all. And it's been 40 minutes since I've streamed. Bitcoin's price is still dipping. We're 69,869. Currently continuing downwards. Did my positions purchase? One should have. Yeah. They're negative right now. Possibly a mistake on Ethereum. No, I think Ethereum's fine. How is Solana doing? Would I DCA at this point? Probably not yet. I would like to DCA into Sui. But it still has so much room to drop as well. I feel like I don't feel comfortable with just entering here. We'll just leave it at this. Possible downtrend, uptrend, triangle. What do we see here? Asymmetrical triangle. And support level with this fib over here, 1.91. I do have a trigger order there on my main account. I think I might do the same thing right here. Just for funsies, because I don't want my money to sleep. I have plenty of money on the side still. We'll do a happy $300 there. Don't want to risk too much. Can we find any actual trades? I'll try to find one at least. This is, I'm just making sure I'm not misclicking anything before I actually put this order in. It's good. Let's see, 1 hour chart. What do we have? Downtrend that is not actually a downtrend. Cool. Solana. Solana is at a downtrend. Do we see any swing? I need to enable this. Swing happened a while ago. Too late to enter now, in my opinion, so we do not enter. Ethereum has its downtrend going on as well. Same kind of deal. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with entering after the price has already dropped. I should have entered before. I might have taken too long. Yeah, and this is also too late to enter, even if the configuration is correct. Bitcoin's price is too far down. Okay, no entries today, but I did do those 2 DCA positions entries because I should just start holding and DCAing, at least on this account, just to prove that maybe it works, right? Cool, that's all. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are enjoying the other videos I'm putting out in Spanish. And more to come. That's all. And don't do election fraud. Take care. Bye.